Okay, welcome back to Super Sanctum. So, the tower defense game, where we are struggling with this particular level. I am not sure what I'm doing with it as yet. I still haven't decided how to face this, how to deal with it. Our current setup may or may not be working for us. It may mean that we need to do something slightly different, or we need to try something else. That seems far too expensive. High energy damage. Shots bounce. They don't really appear to bounce, I've got to say. Maybe. I mean, it's a good $30 more, and the problem we've had thus far with this level is that we don't have enough cash to go around. We could refund our points and try something very, very different here, but to be honest, I don't know that doing anything else would. I mean, we could obviously reduce our costs of laying out the bases, which might be quite good for this, because it does mean I could just build an absolute maze or gauntlet, not a gaze, a maze or gauntlet to make them take ages to get to the end, which would then allow me to kind of drop more of my own skill power-ups rather than the towers necessarily. Let's refund tokens. We are gonna go. I mean, we use the Gatling gun and the anti-air gun, so we're gonna do those. Yeah, we're gonna have the critical chance as well. We might as well increase the range. I'm then gonna drop 2 points in here so we have a complete and utter reduction. What is this? I might just do that just to see what it does, and then have 10% more damage, just to see how that works out for us. We'll keep this because I think that the Gatling gun and the anti-air gun we definitely need. The electric gun's quite useful. The slowdown maybe not so useful necessarily. It's quite expensive for what it does. The slow field is only 20. But obviously it only slows enemies that run over it or go near it. I don't know how you'd actually use that. I guess it must be a floor path rather than a tower. I mean, you could have a massive string of them. Let's give it a go, because the other one is quite expensive. What did we want to do? Did we really want to do this? I quite like the mine now that I've used it a few times. We definitely need the freeze, the energy thing. I think they all kind of work. We'll go, we'll see how this pans out for us. So now, I can, because these don't actually cost me anything, just build a crazy long gauntlet. Considering they don't cost me anything to lay. I can apparently just block that off entirely. Seems a bit bizarre that I can do that. there you go. Okay, well that is a fairly long run. How does 2 work? Yeah, so we can literally drop these in and slow them right past a load of weaponry. So let's see. Get a load of slow along there, and then drop a load of guns in. Let's see how that works out for us. See how these slow fields work exactly. Probably not slow enough, really. God damn it. Managed to avoid the mine. Almost got away with that. Excellent. Now I'm going to just lay with some panelling along here, just so that I can actually have somewhere to put down some of these other towers. Going to make it so they kind of have to walk past the. Is there no way of? No way for them to avoid that. They will have to walk into it, which is fantastic. We need some anti-air guns, but we can only really afford to put 1 in, which is really quite unfortunate. So we'll stick it in the centre for now and hope that that does something for us. And really the only thing we can hope is that we can get some cash along the way, really. We have managed to get some cash, so I might stick that here for now. It's unfortunate that one of those little creatures made it in. Those brood mothers are far too strong for the kind of stuff we have going on at the minute. We could probably do with having a few more of those slow panels down, really. So we've got the moths, which should be taken out by these towers, hopefully. We've got some Gatling guns going on. It generally hasn't been enough thus far, so I am gonna stick in an electric gun here, and then maybe one up here, and again we will just have to hope that we are able to sorry, just my brain slowly dying on me through old age. Hopefully we can get some more cash, which means we can get down some more towers during this. We've only got 2 of those larger guys to deal with, but that will probably be enough, because I don't think there's anywhere near enough damage on the board currently, but hopefully we will get some spare cash handed to us here, and it'll be enough to throw down another electric gun somewhere useful. Might as well lay that, because apparently I can just leave the mines laying around the level. Doesn't actually matter too much. It will just do the countdown anyway. So I can just literally place them at whim, so there's no real point in not dropping them every time that they come up. So we've only got 2 of those big guys, so one of them is already dead, which is fantastic news. Let's stick this here so he walks into it. Stick a mine down here. And we're reversing back in through that destruction field. Okay, what do we have this round? So, no flying creatures, no flying creatures, so we don't have to worry too much. I think our towers are doing a relatively good job of picking up the kind of dudes. We have 4 of these and 8 of these. That is a proper pain for us. So what do we want to do? I think what we want to do is spend some cash slowing them down past there, so that those guns can get another shot at them. I'm going to stick that there so it can attack them both sides, and then we're just going to have to wait and hope for a little bit more cash to pop up for us here. A little bit more concerning because we have slightly more of the larger creatures, and obviously we still haven't even seen those armoured versions that are possibly going to be coming out and visiting us in a later wave. I'm going to freeze him there. He needs a bit more of a beating. Drop the energy thing in there. I might drop mine up here. Stick you in reverse. So we're going to take a bit of a... damn it. Stuck that in the wrong place, didn't I? We are going to take a bit of a beating here because of those armoured walkers, or whatever they're called, the little ones. They're getting through relatively untouched, and they are unfortunately massively a pain in the arse. We're going to reverse all of that lot in the strained hope that we can do something with them. Let's drop the energy field down here. If we can just chew up a few of them, we might be alright. We'll stick the bomb in there. Again, they're going to be the ones that make it through. I don't think it's going to hold him long enough, really. No. Okie dokie, let's reverse you. Just drop one of those in there. Just drop that there. So it's quite possible we will also get one or two of these make it through to our core here, which is kind of unfortunate. Really and truly. Let's just freeze him there where he's kind of stuck. Drain him down a little bit. Okay, so we took a fair amount of damage to our core there. My thinking is, being as I can block an entire core off and just have this one, I might wait for this to get down a little bit lower and then shut this side off and open this side up so we've got a full load of health to go. Really, I'd like to go through this round without actually taking any damage to our core, though. Round about wave 7 we might change cores. That does mean selling a few bits and pieces so we can open this side up and push them over here, but we will wait and see. So what I might do is actually throw some guns down this side so we're kind of prepared. Maybe not down that side necessarily, but we'll see. We might just have to sell some stuff at a loss of cash and then push them over here, but we'll wait. So we've got 3 armoured floaters, 2 armoured floaters. Again, I think these anti-air guns will do a relatively good job on those. We don't have anything drastically deadly coming out. I'm going to slow them down on the way into the core here, and then what I'm going to do is, because I'll probably get them to walk up this way to come to this core anyway, so I'll kind of load this back wall up with some weaponry, so we can kind of think about doing that if our core takes too much of a beating. I'm just thinking those later creatures that come out, the armoured whatever they are, will be even harder to destroy than usual, so let's put that there. I'm going to freeze these guys. Drop that in there. That mutating dude is mutating lots of various bits and pieces. Don't know actually what he's doing. Just drop one of those in there. Obviously the mutating is working for them. they seem to be withstanding a fair amount of crap. And making it through a gauntlet of stuff here. So I wanted to take no damage this round, and as it works out, we might end up losing the entire game on this round. Okay, so this next round is the round that we meet our new armoured big walker. So what we have to do, really and truly, is think about how we're gonna do this. I essentially kind of want to do the same thing as I did that side, really, which is have them all the way around the side and then as far down here as possible. If I block that off, I then can't block this off. But if I sell these, I can then push that walk all the way down there. It's a bit of a waste of cash to a point, but as I say, that core is pretty much finished with. That would still technically work. You will not. That will still technically work. That will still technically work. So what do we want to do? I think we are gonna spend a fair amount of cash slowing those bad boys down along there, and then having some guns chew them up a little bit on the way. Okay, let's see how this goes. I didn't actually look at what's coming out in terms of if it's just armoured walkers. Or, no, it's not just armoured walkers, obviously. Ah, Jesus, we've even got one of those healer things. I mean, this is somewhat unfair, one might argue. Okay, they're going the long way round, apparently. So I could have left those guns where they were. And I've misplaced that as well. He's just completely recharged him, apparently. Yeah, this is obviously going horribly wrong because I've misplaced everything entirely. So our second core will undoubtedly be in just as much of a dire strait as our other core by the time this is finished. So boom, 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 and boom, and he's pretty much gonna put that in the same position, worse than the other core now is. We're on wave 7. Nothing drastic coming out on this wave at all, but I cannot have them going that way round. I have to have them all focused. I'm going to have them go that way round for now. Yeah, that last round obviously could have gone a lot better. We are going to put in some slow fields just along this last little bit of the path. Stick one of those in there. I shall stick another one in here just in case we have to then go the other way and use the other core at some point. Just load that up with those. Go. I mean, hopefully we don't have anything drastic coming out this wave, and we'll get a chance to get through this wave. We'll see what the next wave offers us in terms of a challenge, and then we'll go from there. Obviously, you know, no one's going to decorate us with a medal for how well we've done on this one. That there is any question about that whole situation. Now, the moths could end up being a problem here, because I haven't really done anything to take them out whatsoever. I may have underestimated their abilities to avoid everything. I honestly thought that we would be able to deal with the moths relatively easy, but there are a lot of them. No! Ah, man. That's unfortunate. Well, wave 7, I mean, that's a lot better than last time, and I think we're on the right path, apart from the fact that obviously I need to do a much better job of working out what I'm shutting off and where they're working. Now that I know I can shut off one core entirely and make them all focus on the other core, I can probably build a much better gauntlet on the way. Now, I don't know, because we've failed that a couple of times, whether it's worth continuing doing it on camera or whether to do what I did previously, which is just spend some free time trying to get there and then just recording the last part of the level where I defeat the boss, hopefully, at some point. And just show you that before we move into the next video. I'll think about that in the time it takes me to wrap up here, and we'll go into the next video. Hope you liked the episode. If you did, I would appreciate you coming back and watching the next one. And I will see you then.